And good Friday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather as we get into a weekend. Aren't we glad of that? I feel like I'm almost a better person because, well, I've had 2 cups of these at least this morning. Really makes you a nicer person to get on your feet with a cup of coffee. Good morning. It's 53 and light rain through most of the area. At 4 a.m. I went outside and took the dogs, and they looked at me like I was a complete idiot asking them to walk in the yard where it was raining. So that's my wife's problem now. Angie Ray can handle all that this morning. I do hope your day is starting out well and you got a smile as we head into this. Let's get things going and get into what the National Weather Service is telling us of what's going to go on today.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we pull up our first model here, it shows us that it's going to be rain, 58 for our high today. And we'll get into the hour by hour here in a minute to let you know exactly what's going to be going on throughout the day of when it will stop raining. And it will, I promise. As we look at the forecast, what's going to happen over the next 10 days, and I've looked into this into February. We look at this of warmer weather trend here. Out to our west is where all the colder stuff is, not in the deep south area at all. And it looks as though February is going to follow the same path and be just as warm. No mention of anything showing that it's going to turn out to be a cold February. I think it's going to be above average temperatures is what everything is leaning toward at this point. As we turn to what went on this day, it was 1937 that on this day it was 80 degrees. Been a year or two, hasn't it? Today's record low was set in 1984 with a record low of 9 degrees. That was chilly back then, I promise you. As we keep things going of what's going on today, we turn to what's going on with deer feeding as what the clock says the best times to go today is. Our first major time will be this morning about 8 o'clock till about 10 a.m. You'll have a minor time this afternoon from 2 to 3, and then it'll be after dark that the time gets better to hunt. So morning hunt, it looks like is the best, but as the clock ticks, be out there anyway. But hopefully you can get a morning hunt, get something good going on with that. Coming up in a minute, we'll dig into radar and show you where all this rain lies this morning. We've got a bunch of it out there and how long it's going to be. That's right around the corner. I'll show you all that coming up here in just a few moments. First, let's talk about our friends down at the Farm Supply. Have you been to the Farm Supply lately? Exit 151 is where you'll find Ron and his friendly staff. They got a lot of things going on. I've mentioned Fish Day, and this is not really that long off now. February 5th, if you need to order any fish for your ponds, catfish, anything like that, largemouth bass, they can get you taken care of that morning, including all of your supplies. If you need a jacket, yours has just had it, not going to make it the rest of the winter, they've got that in Carhartt as well as the jeans. You can pick those up for about $20. Tons of T-shirts to choose from, the Mobucks and those Farm Supply shirts, the boot dryers that keep your feet wet, keep them dry after you get them wet there, and of course tumblers throughout the place to help you out, including disinfectant. A lot of times this is hard to find. They got a big supply of this for you there to keep everything clean. Mud boots as we go into this rainy season that is coming up next week as well. You'll need those, and we've got plenty of heaters to keep you warm, no matter what you're doing inside, outside, that you would need to keep warm, from those shoot houses to working on the carport. And of course, we've also got plenty of cameras that you can use either for security or you can use them for deer hunting as well. The multi-purpose of what you can do with these. All of your fertilizers and seed to make sure that your pastures are still looking great, and horse and cattle feed. They got plenty of that, and corn to take care of those deer. And of course, a great gun department and scopes to choose from, including some ammo as well. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, it is exit 151 off the interstate. I hope you'll drop in and see them and take care of all those needs that you have. All right, let's flip over now and look at our storm predictions for today of what is going on. We pulled this up. Let me turn the radar off where you can actually see what is being offered. The National Weather Service shows us that this area here from Louisiana to South Mississippi is where the thunderstorms will most likely occur today. Now, we've got some fog out between Denton, Texas, over to Shreveport, Louisiana. And for our friends that tune in every morning up in the Nashville area, a lot of fog for y'all as well, stretching from Huntsville all the way to Clarksville over to Johnson City, Tennessee. A lot of fog, so if you're going to be in those areas, be careful. All right, let's turn on radar and show you what's going on this morning in our area here. Look at all this rain that we've got. And again, this is where the more thunderstorm activity would occur to the south of us. As we pull this up, it looks as though in our area, Kemper, and Lauderdale County. A little bit of light showers there in Neshoba County, but it looks to be Clark County getting the most heavy rain this morning. Let's pull this up and just see what we've got in locations as we zoom in here. And again, as you'll look at this, light rain from the Ralph Morgan Rodeo stretching down through here where the Simmons Wright store is, down to Rodney and all the gang out here at Wynot Sports Park. As we go to Clark County, we see that it is heavy rain, and most of this is following Highway 45. It's going across here. This is Clarko State Park. This is just past Stonewall where the heavy rain picks up, and it'll go through downtown Quitman, now all about by the co-op there, out by Quitman High School, taking in where Archusa Water Park is, passing over where Cooper's Chapel is, all this area, and it gets a little bit heavier as we get out here to the Manassas area, and as we get right over here into Shiloh. Tons of rain in there. Crandall getting a lot of rain as we look at that. Now, this is going to be Shady Grove Church here. It is going to be just north of Shady Grove where the heavy rain is right now, and also there at Carmichael, just north of y'all. If you got to come into Meridian, as you jump on the Highway 45 over here and you head in toward Quitman and these areas here, this is where DeSoto is, where the Baptist Church is, and when you get up here to where Jay's Taxidermy is, a lot of rain there. Out to the west, a little bit of light rain, but nothing heavy. That heavy rain concentrated in that area there in Clark County. So if you're in Clark this morning getting up, it's flooding, and hopefully you didn't leave your window down in your vehicle last night. You ever done that? That's bad to get in the next morning. It just it gets rough on you there. So that's what we've got going on with radar at the moment. Now as we go back and pull up, let's look at this hour by hour of what we're expected today with the rain here. We're going to have heavier rain, and it'll calm down about 11 a.m. there. We've got the 70% chance continuing through the 7 a.m., 8 a.m. We drop to 40, and by 9 it gets into that 20 and 20. So by 11 o'clock, most of this will kind of fade away is what we're expecting here. We do have some light chances. After 6 o'clock, it's out for the night. We'll have sunshine, it looks like, for tomorrow. But officially, the National Weather Service is calling. Let me pull this back up over here so I can get know exactly what I'm talking about here. The National Weather Service tells us 80% chance of rain, mainly before 11 o'clock today, that high 57. And as we look at that chart, it'll be really before then, a little about 9:30 is what we're looking at for it to start calming down. But by the afternoon, we'll have a cloudy sky. Our high today, 58, not too bad. Down to 37 tonight. We'll get into sunshine tomorrow, and right at that 60-degree mark for a high. Now, it's all bets off on Sunday as rain moves back into the forecast with a 40% chance of rain. And look at this high that we're going to have on Sunday, 65 for a high. As we move into Sunday night, still 40% chance of rain, continuing into Monday with a 40% chance. Into Sunday night, 40%. As we look at Monday, we've got a 70% chance of rain, and we're going to get into the 70s with a high of 73 on Monday. So warm weather from here moving forward. But rain not out of the forecast. We'll get a little break tomorrow, and then it'll come back. So be ready for that. Let's look at that extended forecast of what we've got this morning for the next 7 days as we go across here. As we show that rain here, Sunday, some slight chances of rain with 40% chance that night. And then we've got rain, 70% on Monday, slight chance on Tuesday, big chance on Wednesday, and slight chances there on Thursday. So in the forecast, and let's go ahead and look toward the February 5th as we go through this. Mostly sunny. We've got highs in those 60s for most of these days after that, beginning on the 29th. All the way to February 5th, we're going to be somewhere in the 60s. That's kind of warm. Nighttime lows are only going to reach the 40s. So we've gotten really away from all this 20-degree weather that we've had. So expect things to be a little bit different as to what we've got going on here. We're not going to have those days to where you're freezing and waking up, teeth chattering. It looks like it's going to be just kind of nippy over the next couple of weeks there. Good morning to Cliff Gardner and Debbie Ferdinand. Thank y'all for watching. We do appreciate that. And as always, if you've got a weather report, we'd love to hear from you. You can post that on the page. And coming up at 8:30, make sure you're here with us as Candace will join me, and we'll tell you about what's going on in the nation. And believe it or not, I'll give you a hint on a story that we're going to carry. Bernie Sanders doing something good. Did y'all see the picture of Bernie sitting by himself at the inauguration? Yeah, we'll tell you what Bernie is doing. That picture has turned up everywhere on the internet. It's out there. So we'll tell you more about that coming up this morning at 8:30 As we start today, again, 53, light rain. I ask you to leave a little bit early as you're headed because roads are slicker and you can't stop as good. So give yourself a few more minutes. This is one of those rains where the roads get real slick. That old tar comes out, that old oil on it. So leave early, be prepared for that. And again, probably some light showers where you are as we take one more last quick look back over here at radar this morning. Let's go up to Kemper County. I didn't cover that area a minute ago. As we go up in here, we've got showers here, light stuff. At East Mississippi Community College down to right at DeKalb. Now, this is going to be right over where the landfill is going into DeKalb before you make that last hill before you go up. And then going down to the Cowboy Church and past the Chicken Shack, and then east into Livingston, Alabama, and the heavier showers are past that over toward Demopolis now, making their way. As we move back over, Neshoba County is all going to be south from Marshall Ford down to the Dixon community, taking in the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. Light stuff, nothing to worry about there. You're looking good up in Neshoba County and Winston County, not bad at all this morning. Jasper County, light showers here. Lake Edens, a little bit of a thunderstorm there this morning as it moves across to Pachuta. And again, if you'll look at this has already moved past the downtown area of Quitman and out past Cooper's Chapel and moving on toward that Alabama line. So that's a quick look at weather. I didn't mean to drag that out for you, but it gives you a good summarization of what to expect today. Again, rain ending by 11:53 right now, and we'll only get 5 degrees more. We're going to hit that 59. Again, I invite you back to join me at 8:30 this morning because we're going to give you all the latest news, what's going on locally, nationally, all that good stuff is coming up. Again, thank you for dropping by and spending a little time with me this morning.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by